Yeah, so Black Hole Studios. I'm with the homie Jack Brown. What'd you say? Your bitch's favorite engineer? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, your bitch's favorite engineer.
My bitch favorite producer.
Producer too. I forgot he does that too.
Yeah.
You Grammy.
Grammy nominated
Okay.
twice.
Okay. Yeah, but I want to say Jack and DJ Cass is here. I think I said this before. Jack and DJ Cass have helped me to see sounds. And by that meaning, like, I understand, not to sound deep, but it's like I understand equations as far as like sequence and voice patterns and making things fit in a certain pitch and so certain tone and certain space within the song. So I can say I've been working on a project called The Infinite Search for 8 years. Y'all can attest to that. And I definitely have grown as an artist. I've grown as a man working with these two gentlemen. So I appreciate y'all. But we're here to talk about AI, artificial intelligence. So what are your thoughts on it? Is it going to replace human beings? Is Skynet going to come down? And you got to look for John Connor.
I say the way that it's going now, yes. You know what I'm saying? I think they're saying that super intelligence and AI is going to be realized within 2 years, by 2027.
Damn, 2 years? That's
2 years. We're going to have the compute power in order for AI to think on its own. And when it can think on its own, then, the levee breaks.
But don't you think that's like... Don't you think that's dangerous?
Absolutely.
Because that everything Jack just said, that's like a script from a dystopian film, like 1984, Terminator. I guess I never. What was that song Outkast had? It was called Synthesizer.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first heard it, I think I was like a freshman in high school when I heard it, and I was thinking like, what these dudes on? And basically, if you haven't heard of Quemini, the song Synthesizer basically is them talking about super intelligence, computers, and interfacing with it. There's an interlude on Stankonia where this guy, you can tell like he's at a bar, and he's like, I can't do my job because they telling me a damn computer can do my job better than I can.
Yeah.
And he was like, ain't that a bitch?
Mm-hmm.
And that came out in like, what, 03, I think? So, I guess that Outkast, when he called himself 103,000. So, I guess we got to catch up to him. But it was prophetic.
That's a fact.
And I believe in something called a UBI, Universal Basic Income. I feel like there are people that are just going to get left behind. And I don't like the thought. I guess we're already there in a lot of ways, but I don't like the thought of human beings being beasts of burden and not being able to function in certain space, like this day-to-day living. Like what are we going to do with? I know they said the wealth gap is going to become even more vast. So, like, what are we going to do with these people who don't have skills, who may have mental health issues, who may have, just physical limitations, things they can't do. What do we do with those group of people? That's why I think we need a universal basic income.
For sure. It's on the way.
Okay.
It's already, they tried it out during COVID when everybody got checks.
It was like $2,000 a month, was it?
Right.
Okay, yeah.
When everybody was on unemployment, you know what I'm saying? They kind of tried it out then. We had nothing to do. And my business flourished. You know what I'm saying, during COVID, because everybody, they had nothing to do, so they came in to rap.
Creative.
Wanted to be creative. So that's one thing that'll probably turn up, in the meantime, is people being creative, people, trying out the arts.
Right.
Well,
let me play devil's advocate with you.
Mm-hmm.
You speak to artistry being organic and from people, but we can get AI to do it now.
For sure.
And they can be even more creative than the people. So,
right.
Does that cut out the artist?
No, I don't think so. I think initially people are going to use AI to make better music. Like I was just telling Cash, somebody sent me a video of like a song I did, and tonight later on, I'm gonna upload the audio of that into Suno and create a whole record around it.
Wow.
So for somebody like me who's been doing music 24 years, you know, it's gonna help me make music faster and quicker and more efficient. But it's also gonna help people who never made music before be able to create music too. It's just not gonna be as good. You know what I'm saying? So I think at the end of the day, the better music is gonna stand out. But then at the same time, you gotta think about kids. They don't really care about what we think is good.
No.
So it's, you know,
or even the process to making music. I don't
sure.
think they really. There was a rapper out of Chicago, young boy. I think he might have been 2021. I can't remember his name, but he went on a live, and somebody had put in the comment section, "Why are you writing your lyrics? Just use AI." And for a couple of his songs, he's just been using AI. Like, he doesn't write. I know Jay-Z used to brag about not having to write, but I think he meant it in a different light. But that's a bar. But yeah, I just wonder if AI is going to make a lot of people lazy. Is it going to take the soul out of things? You know, I think a good friend of mine said that man is God's greatest creation. And I thought about that. I had to really kind of mull over that and sit with it. And I think ultimately what makes us beautiful is that we're sentient. And by sentient, meaning we can consciously make choices and decisions. And I think that's what makes us godlike. We can create. And I just don't like, I don't know, maybe I got to change how I look at it, but I just don't like the idea of things that people create. You know, now it just, there's not as much effort has to be put into it now. So that kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm old school, but that just makes me wonder.
Yeah, I think it definitely shortens the learning curve of things. I think that right now, because AI hasn't reached super intelligent mode yet, AI is an amazing library, right? Okay. So you can it has access to all the information that has ever been created. So anything you want to know, you know, you can go to AI and figure it out. So again, for me, like I'm using AI to be like coaches.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've lost 20 pounds in the last month and a half because I made AI my health coach.
Oh wow!
I made AI my accountant. You know what I'm saying? I made AI my business coach. I made AI my marketing coach. Wow. I made AI I also trade futures, gold futures. I made AI my futures trading coach. You know what I'm saying? So I'm leveraging all AI, having all this information and using it to benefit my life and improve my life. So I think that's the way you got to kind of look at it, to where even with something I've been doing 20-something years with studio, like let's say like reverb is my least, that's like the thing that I need to improve on the most. So I could tell AI, hey, give me a really dope reverb for R&B artist that is where she sounds close in your face, but it's still a big reverb, you know what I'm saying, that's subtle. And it can give me, and I can tell it I'm using this software, I'm using this plugin. And it gives me all the settings for it. You know what I'm saying? Or I feed my mixes to ChatGPT, and it tell me, hey, I love the mix, it sounds really professional, but see if you can cut here. Can you add this, or try adding some saturation? Like, this is where we're at now, to where AI should be used to improve your life, improve your professional career, and not replace it. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Okay, so you're saying like you don't need to have a fearful outlook on it. If anything, you need to learn how to interface with it and make it work to your benefit.
Absolutely.
So that's major. I think I do remember reading something that said that AI is going to be like the gold rush, like how the internet made people millionaires. Like AI is going to make some people very wealthy. So you kind of giving me just now. You giving me a different spin on it. I'm thinking instead of trying to protest it, I need to figure out how to integrate it, not only just to my day-to-day living, but just even with my aspirations creatively. I guess never thought I would say that. There's a book called AI Superpowers: China and the Silicon Valley in the New World Order, and that I think that's a book everybody should check out. I think it's by Kai-Fu Lee, and in the book, he basically is just talking about how AI, like, pretty much it'll be what we create it to be. Like whatever these software engineers, it'll be what they create it to be. So it doesn't have to be evil. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we have people who care about the human spirit, who have a love for humanity, and we can figure out a way to make it work for us. So I don't think it has to turn into the George, or what do they call it, Orwellian novel, like 1984 or Animal Farm. Like we can make this work, and it actually maybe could even push society forward. So yeah, you gave me a different outlook on that, Jack.
And I think it would. I think it's gonna, again, initially. Now I don't know if we let it get out of control, then I think it could get bad, and that's why they need to come up with different forms of legislation now that's going to be able to control it. But then it's like, who gonna control it? Who says it does this or does that? Like that's a whole nother subject.
Right.
But I think initially it's going to solve all cancers. It's going to solve all disease. I think it's going to solve all the issues that we got. Climate change.
Wow.
All of those I think are going to be solved within the next 5 to 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I think within 10 years we're going to be able to live forever if we choose to.
Wow.
I think it's going to speed up stuff just that quick.
So go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No. I just think with it being able to access all the data in the world.
But who's to say people aren't like putting fake data in that library that you speak about? Who's fact checking that? You know what I'm saying? Like I saw, like if I'm a child and I don't know no better, I'm talking about like young, maybe like 5, 6 years old, and I'm scrolling on social media, and I see Martin Luther King saying, "What? No disrespect to the nation, like keep the forks up." Mm-hmm. This is GD, and I'm like, if I didn't know I know what Martin Luther King is really about, but if I'm a kid and I see that, I'm thinking that's truth. So it's like, but basically what I'm speaking at is to speak to your point. It does need to be regulated, and we need to make sure that there's justice in how this whole thing functions. Like
not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
That company, so I think it's Sora, where they creating that with. Mm-hmm. They just announced today that you can no longer use Martin Luther King image.
Wow.
And making videos. So
okay,
speaking to the regulation you're talking about.
Okay, well that's a positive. So what was it? I think there's a company called OpenAI, and there's another one called MiniMax, and I believe a lot of writers in Hollywood were protesting, and I think they went on like on a strike too. And I guess I see why, because basically it's like humans become the middleman. Cut out the middleman. I can start my own production company and just have AI do it. So I think that's something that we need to think about. Just making sure that, again, it goes back to regulation. And I do think it's just something that we have to pay close attention to and not let it go too far. What was it? But this AI is so real. I saw, someone sent me a Tupac video. It was Tupac, Elvis, and Fidel Castro. And they were talking and chilling, and I'm just, it looked real. And I want to say, I think you told me Robin Williams' daughter was telling people to stop sending her videos of her father, her deceased father. Yeah, so it's like, we just got to make sure we keep, it's kind of like, this thing could be something to liberate us, but if we're not careful, we will be opening Pandora's box, and this could get real bad. Anything you want to say in closing, or?
I just want to give that perspective of AI. Everybody scared of it. I think we should embrace it. I think we should become masters of it, and not let it master us. And just use it to improve you as a person, as an individual, as a businessman or woman. use it to your advantage. Don't be scared of it, because somebody like me who learning every day how to master it gonna take your job.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I sit with that and think about it. That's heavy. That's heavy. I do. In closing, I want to say this. I remember reading something. Well, two things. I remember reading something that said that the new form of being illiterate is going to be not knowing how to navigate through tech spaces, and pretty much not being a career learner. That's gonna be the new illiterate. And shout out to all my physics people. People that deal in physics, they know that there's something called the singularity. And the singularity basically, and Jack pretty much spoke to this earlier, there's going to be a point where, like, excuse me, technology and humanity are just, our understanding of technology is just going to expand. It's going to go really, it's going to hit like that. And a lot of people are going to wonder, like, dang, how did we get here? So all different forms of sciences are going to come together. So yeah, just pay attention.
And I also want to add, understand that we're just really catching back up to where we used to be anyway.
Oh, you gotta expound on that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Nikola Tesla. Like, we had people who were already.
Well, there were things that Nikola Tesla figured out that, of course, the energy companies didn't want to use what he figured out because it would kill their business.
Right.
But I'm saying, like, we are people that migrated to this planet. You know what I'm saying? And so the technology has already been here even for us to get here, to migrate to this planet. We had to have the technology to be able to move around. So, but even the Bible, all these different things speak about how the world has been ended before.
Yeah.
So they have to start over again. So we just reacquiring knowledge that we already had. Because, you know about the Anunnakis.
Yeah, I was just about to say yeah.
And when you look at the pyramids, these
ancient Sumerian texts, all that.
Yeah, the pyramids been proven that these things were constructed for people who were coming from the sky. You know what I'm saying? So that's we can.
That's a whole other podcast. Dang. See, that's why we gotta. Put a time cap on it. Because there's more I want to say now. But yeah, because I named my studio the Dogon. And the Dogon, they actually still exist today in modern day Mali, but they, in their writings that they passed down from generation to generation, they said there were people that came down here from another planet and showed them how to use technology, showed them how to look into the stars. Because I want to say NASA to this day is still trying to figure out how the Dogon tribe was able to accurately, like, align the stars in the way that the stars move. They're still trying to figure out, like, Orion's belt. Like, they saw all that stuff. So, but yeah, that's a whole nother dynamic.
Part 2.
Yeah, coming soon. So here's a new segment to 82 Kings, the interviews, the questions, Mac TV, you know what it is. We're gonna call it 5 rapid fire questions. All right, Jack Brown.
Yes, sir.
What's your go-to plugin for fixing low quality or low budget vocals?
Go-to for fixing, I would probably say something saturation, like NLS Waves is a good one. It's a lot of different ones though.
Okay. What's one thing artists need to remember about coming to a studio?
Just come to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Have a good time.
What's a tool you think is overrated for production?
A tool that's overrated for production?
Yes, sir.
Oh, FL Studio for sure. It's
and his email is JAK. Let me stop.
No, I fuck with FL Studio. Something for real, how I really feel, something that's overrated, I would say is just like having to have like a separate like drum pad or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You can do your thing on the keyboard.
What's a trend you love seeing from newer artists?
Just hunger. You know what I'm saying? Having that hunger, you cannot be the most talented person. But if you hungry and you got work ethic, you can do a lot of things in this music.
Okay. What's a revenue stream that you don't think other musicians picked up on yet?
Just the one-on-one relationship with your fans. You know what I'm saying? You build that, you can charge for video calls. You can charge for pull-ups. You know what I'm saying? Just real personal things you can do to I think y'all slipping on that.
You know what? The homie in the Bay is doing that. What's his name? La Russell?
La Russell, yep.
Yeah, and I think Nipsey was kind of moving in that direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Appreciate you, Jack.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Live from Black Hole Studios. Appreciate your time, homie. Oh, yeah. We don't dap over here. Yeah. Salute.